two tools together. One focuses on revealing who you are and what you've signed up for in this lifetime to grow and heal from and to overcome. And it's a very sacred modality that is based on Hebrew. And then I combine that with divine healing, which helps to access the subconscious so that we can clear some programs. So I'm so honored to be here. And I believe that, the space in Vibrant Living is all about just coming together and growing in love. And it aligns so much with what I believe in. So, and all of us, I think, are here for the same reason. So happy to be here. And I look forward to continuing the conversation throughout the next hour.
Thank you. Please, Imani.
Hi, my name is Imani Monetta James. I am a divine mission mama. I help change makers, leaders, and conscious entrepreneurs turn their inspirations and their ideas into real life impact to serve the people they are designed to serve. I am the founder of Divine Mission Academy, and I'm providing courses and using modalities like Reiki and energy work, as well as somatic practices to help my clients recognize what their personal divine blueprint is inside. It is, as Wendy was sharing, something that is within us, that we came to the planet and it's in our DNA, it's in our cells. And so I have designed a framework that allows us to manage that landscape on our inner landscape and our inner light, and create an abundance ecosystem for ourselves so that we can thrive as we serve. And that's what I do.
Thank you very much. So, is Arlene there? Arlene? Well, I would like to know then. Oh, yes, Arlene is there.
Yeah, I'm just listening,
That's good. That's good. I was just going to ask if you had the opportunity to watch the interviews from today.
Not today, no.
Not today.
No.
Okay.
I've been out all day. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. So then, can Wendy share her when her sacred activations will be aired?
Yes. So I have recorded what I call them is the foundational sacred activations that is best for you to listen to before you get involved in other activations. So the foundational activation, I've recorded that. And tomorrow, when you attend tomorrow's meetings, get together, you will be able to listen to this recording and actually receiving the change and experiencing the energy of the sacred activation right there and then. It's only about 10, 15 minutes within that time frame. And you will notice the energy. Now, if you're not sensitive to energy, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening, because some people are more sensitive and some people are visual. So it's depending on, your experience and your gifts. Nevertheless, the code is going to go into your body and create changes within you. So, and then tomorrow we also have a demo time. And the demo time tomorrow is, for my time, is about 5 o'clock to 5:30. And that's when you again get to experience or ask questions as well about the sacred activations and experiencing the energy right there.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, Mark.
Yeah, and just to note as well that foundational activation is Wendy's bonus to everybody. So it's already posted there. Anybody that wants to take a look at it, be using it afterwards, it's Wendy's provided that already as a bonus. So it's available, I think, in a couple of the postings in Facebook.
Yeah,
Make
and
sure
I'm
you
looking
play
for-
that. I said, make sure you play that. However, drink lots of water. Also, do not operate any machinery while you're listening to it.
Yes.
Okay. It's very important. Otherwise, the audio is there. It will be able to serve you for as long as you keep the material. It doesn't just go away after one listening. If you feel prompt to listen to it again, you can do it again. Just make sure you do it, not successively right away, one after another. You can, it's just a little bit potent. So just space it out, listen to your body, listen to your guidance. If you feel like later you get prompt to listen to it again, do it again.
And it's just, I've listened to that one, and sometimes I see those caveats, don't do anything while you're doing this. And I sort of think, "Pfft," and I put it on while I'm walking. That one, I take it seriously. I sit down and I don't do anything else that is gonna, yeah.
And tomorrow at 10 a.m., right? We are getting a sacred activation, right? At 10 a.m. That's our schedule for tomorrow. And
Is it
yeah,
the demo time?
yeah, before the demo, we have something at 10 a.m. Just correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Let me know.
Well, our day will start tomorrow at 10 a.m. and we're going to be closing and celebrating together the summit insights and impact. And the sacred activation will definitely be shared tomorrow. And Wendy will have her what we call immersive experience in the afternoon at the time that she stated. So that sacred activation will be posted and available throughout the day. So at any time that you're available to watch it, you'll be able to do that and access it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Yes. Okay, so I can see we have Stephanie here. Welcome, Stephanie. Do you have any questions? Okay, well, then I can ask Fern. Welcome, Fern. Nice to see you again.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Yes. So we are just talking about the activations that will be played from Wendy. And I want to ask you guys if you would have any questions about them.
Well, I have a question. I wanted to see if any of our guests have had the chance to watch any of the speaker series today that was launched. So the three of us are the ones who were featured today. And did anyone have a chance to watch the episodes today? I'll just look. Okay, fantastic. That's good.
Yeah, I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Was there any insight that caught your eye today? Something special or specific about today that you might want to ask one of the speakers, one of us?
Well, I can just say, Imani, your positivity in your what was awesome, and it
Thank
came
you.
out totally. And I thought, God, this woman is in practice. She practices what she's preaching here. So it was awesome. It was awesome. Just staying in the positive.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's interesting that you said that, right? As some of you may not know that are visiting, I'm also one of the sponsors for this event. And so I'm in the background doing a lot of tech things, and I'm a tech enthusiast. I'm not a tech specialist, but I'm learning as I go. And so you may have received an email talking a little bit about some of the technical difficulties, but either way, I'm staying positive through it. And so that very thought came to mind today. Is like, okay, day. You got to practice all of these breathing tools. You have to practice all of these modalities
bet.
to navigate through every challenge. And so I definitely anchor into those tools that I've learned in my lifetime to navigate all of the challenges that come before me.
Yes,
tell.
Yeah.
we are learning every day, right? Every day we learn something, and then if we go back to the tools we learn,
Mhm.
to the tools we have, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go outside and touch my tree and feel some of the sun coming to me. Or sometimes close your eyes and go deep inside yourself. Those are tools that we all are offering, and it's amazing how they can actually help you with your life. Like for me, what I really like is Almerinda's, well, I like the three of you for sure, but what is, came is like, I like the way Almerinda is explaining with her graphics and telling us what each one of the things means. That I really like. So I'm looking forward to see Almerinda at the demos that we will have.
Mhm.
Oh, even private too. Okay.
Thank you, Liz. And I will be doing a live demo. I'll have two presentations live tomorrow. I'm sorry if there's some noise in the background, if it's penetrating through. But I have two demos that I'm going to be airing live tomorrow, 2 and 3 p.m., half an hour each. So I'm hoping to pick someone from the audience and maybe do a reading for them if they're so guided, or just, pick someone, myself even, and present a soul contract. So thank you very much, Liz, for that. I look forward to continuing our journey together. But today was all about embodying, right? Embodying who we are. And so, the three of us really touched upon that in different ways to get there, right? And so I hope it was very empowering for those who weren't able to tune in. I would really invite you to do that, because it's beautiful to see how we don't have to stay stuck as human beings, right? When we can connect with the essence of who we are, right?
Absolutely. That essence of who we are as divine beings is so perfect and potent and powerful. And so what I appreciate about my fellow speakers is we all have these paths that lead to touching and tuning into our divine self. And when we're operating from that paradigm, it's such a powerful place to be. Such a powerful place to be. And you open up the doorway for all the resources, all of the support that you need to come in and be available for you. And that's exactly why we as speakers came together to choose the topics that we shared. And if you haven't had a chance to watch, just know that each and every one of us bring a special, unique path that may align with you and resonate for you so that you can begin your journey as well. And, or even if you've been on a journey, just enhance who you surround yourself with, and who are the practitioners like the ones that, like us, that are here, that you want to include in your council, as I like to say.
I think one of the things that learning to listen to myself and pause is really one of the greatest gifts that really allow us to be present. And when you are more present, there is less distraction, in every form, like emotionally, mentally, and all that. And then also the awareness that is the energy and all the information that is around us, we are able to now access them. So embodying is really about being present and allowing the information to come into us, and we listen. And I personally feel that it's one of the most empowering tool that every one of us have access to and can really embrace that. It's like, it's not anything that you have to be gifted in order to have it. It's just learn to listen and pay attention. And then next thing you know, you start receiving the information and having awareness and all that. And then next thing you know, you're not acting the same way. You're not being distracted by what's happening or the busy mind and all that. Is like just present there. And then you make choices from there, aligning yourself. And working with Elmarinda, I learned a lot about aligning with, the energy of our being and the mission and all that. It's just, we're given so much information in all area of our lives to allow us to really fulfill what we came here to do. We just have to learn to listen and be present.
I think alignment, the word alignment is key here. If we are in alignment with our soul, with our true selves, then we can embody our divine self. If we're out of alignment, we can't embody who we are. And we stay stuck in that programming you mentioned, or in mental loops, or in whatever karma we're all trying to overcome. So alignment is key to embodiment.
Yeah. And that's the reason why it's so important for us to pause and pay attention, because the minute that we are out of alignment, our body is talking, our mind is talking, our emotion is talking, the universe is nudging. I mean, everywhere is telling you, hey, you're a little bit off track. I always remind my mother, I said, it's not disease, it's dis-ease.
Yeah.
Like your body's talking to you, telling you
Yes.
you went off track. So
Yes.
it's not a germ, it's not a virus, it's just you're off track. So
Absolutely.
absolutely about aligning, it's just being aware.
Oh, you're speaking my language, Wendy, because I was just about to say that. And it's so funny when I tune in and resonate with what others are saying. And when you do start to feel like that nervousness or the anxiety, and you're, like you said, your body's talking to you, it's letting you know you're out of alignment, get back into the truth of what is possible, get back into the truth of where your power is, and that's right in the present. And then sometimes that's just like, let me get still, let me get still. And so I wanted to share something that happened with me the last night, actually. And it was my car overheating. And there was a couple of things happening, right? I was in major traffic, and what should have been 30-minute drive was like an hour, like 90 minutes. And I was sitting in traffic, and I stopped my car to get something to eat. And when I came back to the car, it wasn't starting. And I'm trying to figure out what is happening. So I'm forcing it, trying to get it start. Finally, it starts. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like I have gas in it. What's happening? I get to the gas station and I realize the car was overheating. I noticed that dial on the car was that hot, and your engine can explode and catch fire if I forced it. And there were so many things working in my favor. The universe was saying, slow down, pay attention. And if it wasn't for that traffic, right? Most people are complaining about being in traffic, but that traffic served a purpose, and it was slow down. Because I could have been on that highway zooming home and my car would have been overheating like crazy. But instead, I was forced to slow down, pay attention. And when I got to that gas station, I tell you, the universe, it was that night in Toronto. The universe sent me a mechanic at the gas station. Okay, like how does that even happen? All right. And so I was told, sit, let it cool before you start driving. I was able to buy what I needed, all like Like, how does that happen? Right? So trust the process of even those challenges, listening to your body. Do you know the entire time I was still calm? I was able focused to make the calls I need to make decisions that were in alignment with a positive outcome. One person's telling me, oh, you're going to have to leave the car here. Another person's telling me, oh, you're going to have to get it towed.
Oh,
And I'm thinking, that's not the plan I'm looking for. And by staying calm and focused, the plan revealed itself, the path revealed itself. And I got home with no issues, getting things back into alignment. And all the while, my daughter and a girlfriend who were with me were doing TikToks and dancing, waiting for me to resolve the issue. So no stress, even in something like that. It was a perfect example of staying centered and recognizing that if I was panicking and out of and stress and all scared and all of those things, I would have been totally out of alignment with a positive outcome. So I just thought I would share that.
Absolutely. It's like when I always remind myself, because we're human and human has this brain that just does this amazing whatever things that it does every second, right? We have 90,000 thoughts in a day. Like, how did we do that? So I always remind myself, if I get upset, if I get antsy, if I get nervous, whatever, I just like, okay, what's happening? Like that's the first thing. Whereas in the past, I would just react and act out according to whatever. Now I'm like, okay, what is happening? And just by asking that question, just like what you doing earlier, like yesterday, it's like it just allow things to show up for you, information after like and just allow you to digest them as it happened. Yeah, Miranda, chime in.
Thank you. Yeah, it's exactly that. And I think what's really cool to notice is it's energy, right? So if we were, in your case, Imani, if you were to get all panicky, then that would manifest externally, right? So your outer world is a representation of that inner world. So in any given situation, how you choose to respond is so critical. So these are, beautiful examples. And yeah, so if we trust in that flow, right? And that's a big part of my talk is just, things will align for you when you're in your divine sacred flow, including your business, right? And actually our business, each and every one of us, our business is for our own evolution. We're here. We may be sharing modalities with you. You may think, oh, I want to connect with these people, but these people are actually healing as well, because each and every one of us, our business is to help us grow and to help us heal. So we're all in the same boat, right? We may just have specialized in different things, but when your business is where you can play and have fun and explore, as I use in my talk, I refer to it as a playground for you to create, those games that align with you and play in those games and grow from those games. Because, we are unique beings and we have so many gifts, each of us have our own gifts. And so being present and really honoring your sacred self in everything you do is so critical. And if there's ways to either access the brain, or as Wendy referred to it as the computer, creating that pause, as Imani, said, find your joy, let's make a list of the things that you love doing. Right. And then taking action with those things, because your soul will light up. You'll know, you will feel, you will know when something is for you. Right. And so you are a sovereign being. So you know what's best, and all we're trying to do is to, to facilitate that for not only yourselves, but even ourselves. Because again, I repeat, our own businesses, it is my belief, is for our own growth. Our own growth. And I'll leave that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll leave that with each of you for
And so,
thought.
Almarinda, I'd love to ask you, in your talk, you talk about like the soul plan, the soul contract, and that it's coming through your birth name. And that was really interesting to me. I mean, I had one birth name up until 2 years old, and then my mother told me it just didn't seem like me, and she changed my name, which always confounded me. I always go, "What do you mean by that?" But the fact that like a birth name, and the other piece that I found fascinating and wondering is you translate it to Hebrew.
Correct.
I'm going like, how does that work? Why Hebrew? Why?
It's one of the 5 Sanskrit languages, and
Right.
this work was channeled. It existed thousands and thousands of years ago, but it was channeled
Right.
in 1986, and it was channeled through the soul of Moses, and it's all based on Hebrew. So we take the sound of your name, because
Right.
what was the first thing? God, we are from source. We are all from source, but we forget who we are, right? And we incarnate to remember who we are.
Right.
So the sound of your name, which was not, your name is not accidental. Like I connected with a
Right.
and today, and she's like, "Oh, my name is this. My father named me. He had such a high resonance with this name." Because what happens is normally when the soul enters
Right.
the human body before it is born, it telepathically communicates to the parent, because the soul chooses the parent.
Right.
Of course.
And so your name, I use Hebrew, and there's different tools, but I use Soul Contract, which relies on the 22 Hebrew sounds and Hebrew letters and symbols.
Right.
There are 22 archetypes, and I translate them with the letters of your name. So if your name got changed, Margaret, and it's just like an adoption, right? Because the foundation of a person's name at their birth is the most significant in the work that I do
Right.
for analysis. But let's take an adopted soul, right? And an adopted soul it's all predetermined.
Right.
So the adopted soul will say, "I want to have 2 family experiences." So in that case, I need to look at both the birth name and the adopted name, because they're both running. In your case, Margaret, your soul probably said, "Okay, I need to make some adjustments here. And so I need this name so that my frequencies of my name are now emitting the experiences I want to have." You design your blueprint before you come here. You design it. And all I do is bring conscious awareness to it, so that you don't have to guess. You through the lens of Soul Contract, I can provide the spiritual map of your life.
Well,
yeah.
Janelle has a question.
Thank you. So, which names you're given first name? What about middle names? Or like I remember even when we went to we were born and raised Catholic, Christian and Catholic school, and we also had another name.
So the most important name that never is the foundation is your birth name, exactly as it is written on your birth certificate. The moment that is written on the birth certificate that's out in the matrix, that is what is out there to the world. So I consider the birth name the foundation. And I like to use the analogy that the birth name exactly as it is written because there are no mistakes. Sometimes clients come to me, it's like, oh, on my birth certificate, Almarinda is spelled with an O at the end, but on my birth certificate, it's an A. Doesn't matter. It's the A that I need to use in the analysis. So the birth certificate is the cake of your life. Now, any name change after that, a married name, a nickname, they're all layers to the cake. So they add a flavor to the cake, which in some cases could aggravate the cake. Like, for example, you could add a chocolate flavor, and if you don't like chocolate, it's not going to go well. So this work allows not only an in-depth analysis of your birth name, but I look at the layers to see how, because when I got married, I changed my name. And oh my goodness, my life changed dramatically. And when I learned this work, I'm like, Lord, I know what happened now. But that wasn't accidental because I had a contract with my ex-husband where he was going to, he signed, and I love him so much because the way I look at our relationship, even though it was so acrimonious, from a spiritual perspective, I say to myself, how much did he love me to play this role in this incarnation for my own soul's growth? Because every relationship in your life is designed to help you grow and learn and evolve.
Yes.
It's interesting you brought that up. It's amazing, Amarinda. I have other modality that I learned, and it's just I'm like piecing everything together and all that. Now, I do want to ask one thing. Like in one of the modality that I use, I have experience where because we also use the legal name and all that, and we have experience, or I have experience where the client didn't really see a lot of change, and the modality is very powerful. And we end up aligning all the names to the person, and then boom, the result happened right away. Do you have anything to share with regards to that?
Yeah, so let me understand the question. So the name is the name. And what the soul contract lens does is it shows you your life, right? Now, if you want to accelerate some of the karmic aspects, you can optimize your name. A lot of my clients optimize their name where they tweak it a little bit. Sounds very much like what you shared, Wendy, where they can tweak their name to add a flavor to the foundation that creates more bliss, more harmony in their life. That's called that. Yeah, Evelyn is an example how she optimized her name because she wanted to bring in certain things. Evelyn, perhaps you can share. Like she wanted to bring in some more divine feminine energies into her name, and her talk was all about the divine feminine.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, I was attending a soul contract training together with Almarinda, and the mentor pointed out to me that there was this huge clash in my Dutch phonetical name. Because to add on to Almarinda's talk about the soul contract, it gets a bit more complicated when you have a non-English name. You have the phonetic version of your name. So you have the phonetic version of your birth name, the written version of your birth name, and then all other names as well. And so you have, instead of 2 names, you have 4 names. So that's just what my soul chose to experience. And that means my life is very busy with all these energies.
Yeah.
But the mentor pointed out that in my birth name, that there was a very heavy frequency, the 213, which means you have a life asking you to endure a lot of suffering, trying to teach you perseverance, but it's a very hard frequency to transmute. And I asked him, what can I do? And he said, oh, you need to tweak your middle name. So then Almarinda and I got together. It actually was channeled to me when we got together because I had all these options, but I came up with Filomena and we looked at it and it was bingo. and it brought in all these frequencies of the divine feminine. And lo and behold, I started going down that path of developing the divine feminine in myself and then creating a business based on that. So yeah, life has changed definitely after I brought in those frequencies. Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful experience you had with Almerinda.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Powerful, because everything is energy, right?
Yes.
Everything is energy and vibration and frequency. And so, to go back to Imani, like that car incident, she stayed calm. Wendy talks about creating a pause that creates the stop in and disconnecting from up here and connecting with our hearts, right? So that we can create a reality that is not with so much drama, right? Because I truly believe that everything that happens for us, not to us. It happens for us.
And I also add to that, it happens through us,
Mm.
right? Because that energy is actually flowing through us. And I remember this download specifically, like you have this pure, omnipotent, infinite, abundant energy that flows through the crown. And then it comes out of us, filtered by those limiting beliefs, filtered by all of our fears and whatever negative energy. And then it goes out into the world and then it reflects back to us so we can see, here's how you're standing in your own way. And here's how, and maybe you want to shift a little before all these issues, emerge in your tissues, or before something really heavy or that dis-ease, there's no more ease because you have these filters that are what a lot of practitioners say is blocks, right? But they're really just choices. And you can, there are choices that you can begin to change and shift with intention. And again, just allow that energy to flow through you so that this universe can, and the universe just wants to support you. So it's sending you messages all the time.
My favorite movie is The Matrix. And if we keep reminding ourselves that we are Neo and we are just in the Matrix playing a video game. I have a quotation I put on my wall every day to remind myself. It's very similar to what you're saying. It's called, what the quotation says, life is a flow of interactive love between your avatar and the loving, living, conscious universe.
Wow.
Yes.
Everywhere you
that.
go, okay, second part, everywhere you go and every interaction returns your own reflection.
Oh my God.
Which is what you said earlier.
Oh, wait,
Oh my
you gotta
goodness.
share that.
Cheers.
Please share that in the Facebook group. Please share that in the
Share
Facebook
that.
group. I gotta see that again.
And Wendy, you know what? I had that in mind when we are all talking. I was gonna say that there are no coincidences, that we are here for a reason together. And every single one of our interactions with everyone we know is a reflection of what we have inside. And that's a truth that it's sometimes hard because we tend to see the world the way we are with our beliefs, right? But it's just a reflection of from inside. And what Almerinda was saying, we are all energy and we are together for a reason. That's just
It's this principle that's actually at the core of the offer that I have on your energy shift, right? It's really creating the awareness. See how the universe is the mirror universe is messaging to you what's happening inside of you. And let's see what we can shift what's happening inside of you. So now that when you're looking in the mirror, it changes. There's this saying, when you want to do your hair, you don't, you want to fix a hair when you're looking in the mirror, you don't do it in the mirror. You have to do it on yourself, right? If you want to change, right? So very, very this is that concept that is shaping that framework for that modality that I've created, where we just take some time to shift your energy, and that's all about that awareness. Start reading it, and as I don't remember who said it, but these are not, this is something we all can do. This is something we're all designed to do. And that's another aspect of, what I'm offering. Just, in the free offers for you is your design, it's called Divinely Designed Guide. And it talks about a lot of the things that we're saying right now, where just understand how you are divinely designed to experience this world and to create a reality that you actually love, that you desire, and that is a reflection of what you truly feel within, right?
Awesome.
And if we all remember, everything that happened is just information. It's nothing more. It's just information. And everything is about you looking at that information and then reflect. Like we are the mirror, like whatever we experience is the mirror. So look at like, okay, what is happening here? And then make a different choice. Like nothing, like all these fear, whatever emotion that we have, if we go down to the bottom of it, it's just information. Don't take it so seriously. And then when you start empowering yourself to realize, I don't have to be so serious about this, then you will be able to make changes. And like Imani said, it's choice. It's just choice. So make another choice, and then your whole life will go into a different direction. And that's how I look at beliefs. It's like really get to know yourself. Know thyself. That's the most empowering thing that we all can do. It's like get to know yourself and then make choices from there. Your life will never be the same. You change your beliefs, you change your entire life.
Wendy, you have some of the most powerful, I think you stated it like a while ago. You said it again in your talk. There's this 3-line. You say, your life is the canvas, consciousness is the brush, and you are the creator. I get chills every time that comes up. You got to copyright that soon, Wendy, or I'm going to steal it. Stick a copyright on it really fast. It gives me chills. I will, but it is. It's that creation that all three of you guys really embody. This is the divine day.
Oh, you embody it. We all embody it.
We do.
Well, I mean, I'm honored, but I can't receive that without projecting it back out to all of you, right? We're all sovereign beings. And you know what? To come down to earth, whether you believe in reincarnation or not, earth school is hard. It's hard. And we can talk to you about, changing and doing this and doing that. But at the end of the day, it is hard.
Yes.
Just continue to love yourselves with whatever presents day by day, right? And you might have setbacks, but it's to have that awareness, which I think can be so empowering. But, you chose to come here. So you can do it. You have a purpose, all of you, and you can achieve it, right? My work is all about identifying that purpose, both from a personal perspective and a business perspective and a relationship perspective, because I look at all three of those things. And so when you have consciousness about that, that's when the magic happens. That's when life flows, because then you're aligning with your personal signature. We all have a brand, right? And so why not align with that brand?
And we can start anytime. Like, I think, I know I spoke about it over and over, that get to know yourself. And one of the things that I really encourage people to do nowadays is still go back to the basic, grab a pen, get a book and write it. We have a workbook. I highly recommend. There are days, like we still have a number of days to replay the video. I highly recommend you sit down, and when you hear something juicy, write it in your workbook and
Mhm.
look at those questions, really, really reflect on them, because from there you get to know you. Until you
Right.
get to know you, you're the one that tie all the knots.
Yes.
You're the only one that can untie all the knots. So the
And-
only way to do it is through you.
Yes.
And get to know yourself, write it down. Writing is very important because it actually trigger your nervous system. It helps anchor the message in your brain. It's not just like typing is not the same. Handwriting, there is a
Right.
significant impact that it does to your mind. So when you're doing internal work, I always say, get a journal, start writing. And then if you really open yourself up, you actually will find that you're channeling information yourself and you'll be like, what did I just write? Like, I just keep
Yeah.
writing. And then you read about it is information that really open your eyes, open your heart. You get connected. So use the workbook. I know all the speakers here put a lot of energy into the workbook. The book is a gem. Use it.
It's also the source of where all of the bonuses are, including the VIP bonuses, where people are doing like one-on-one, full sessions, valuable ebooks, all kinds of things, and they're all there. Not only what they are, but the access to them are all there in that book. So for all those who are VIP, that is sort of a real huge source. Yeah.
And everyone in it, every speaker who's contributed to this book, like
Yes.
the content is intentionally selected for you, and we've all individually had our own journey, right, to come to this point, and we want to share that gift of wisdom and knowledge and insight based on where we are right now. And as Almarinda had said, we're all healing, we're all building these practices and these businesses to serve, but they're also based on our own journey, what we needed. And this tends to be how that message emerges, right? It's the messes that we've been cleaning up in our own lives that sometimes lead us. And one thing I always say for any individual who comes to work with me for the healing, you are the medicine you seek. And as a facilitator, and I'm sure it seems that it's common with all of the facilitators here, all of the practitioners, that we're just helping you to see how you can heal, what your path is. We're not doing anything to you or for you. We're just showing you what, ways that you can find this path for yourself that's aligned and designed for you.
Yeah, it's more like we are just guiding you, and we are there for you, just to guide you, but you are the one who at the end do the job. And that book that we prepare for you, it's a gift from all of us, from the heart. And it has a lot of good information, it's just from heart. So take advantage of it. And as you were saying also, there are scientific studies that say it's not the same as typing as writing.
Right.
It's not the same, because when you are writing, you are actually using more parts of your brain than just typing. I just, with my daughter, right? Like, I'm like, please write down things, because then they stay longer with you. Typing is not the same. So
It's true.
print out your book and take the quotes. Yeah, Almerinda, you were.
I just want to add, when I'm now teaching soul contract work, and one of the things that was taught to me and I'm passing down is that whenever we do a soul contract reading for someone, we never type. When you're first learning this work, handwriting, because you are connecting with the energies of yourself and that person for whom you're doing the reading for. So the writing does ground as opposed to typing. right? So to what Imani introduced and Liz is elaborating on, that's a beautiful example how even in doing my readings, of course, I don't have to prepare for my readings now because I've been doing this work for almost 10 years, but I know the energies, but I first tell my students, write when you're preparing for a reading, you must handwrite. You must handwrite because then you are connecting with the energies. You're grounding yourself and you're connecting with the energies of your client. So power, power, power in writing.
When I do Akashic records, it's writing. It's automatic writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is the magic in the connection with writing, and obviously there is that part about the brain and all that, but there is also the soul connection. Is automatic writing in Akashic records for me. And some of the stuff that I wrote, I'm like, what?
Because it's your higher self. It's your higher self
Yep.
connecting with your client's higher self, right? Soul, whatever you want to call it, it's your higher self. When Angela channeled the name, like, she had this idea because she I know her energy. She's a very intuitive soul. Evelyn, she's got 5. So she channels. She channels. That's Angela's energies. And so she just had an idea that I needed to create this community. I needed to get people together. And this is what I'm thinking. This is what I wanted to do. And she just got that channel message. And she grounded that energy and is now manifesting it, in conjunction with Imani. But there's another example of how she just trusted what her soul, her higher self, was communicating with her. Right?
And that was 1 year ago when we started this. And I'm just seeing and feeling into where we are right now. And it's like, okay, like this, it could grow to be so much more. And this is just so powerful. And I want to invite us at this moment to just pause for a moment because we are going to be running out of time soon for this session. And there's a lot of information shared. And I know I'm bubbling and resonating and just want to take a moment to take it in and allow our guests to see if there is a question that's coming up for you. So we've been sharing a lot of energy, and if there's a question, if you feel to type it in the chat.
Fern is just raising her hand.
Perfect. Right. So I just wanted to take a moment to pause and leave space for that. And
Fern.
Okay. When I was with you the other day, I just want to say that the words that we use are so empowering. And I know that I did this the other day on the call, but I want you to all hear back what you're giving the universe. If I could take 60 seconds to give you that back.
Please do that.
Access, growth, align, awareness, embody, pause, bless, attention, harmony, nudge, energy, resonate, truth, vibration, still, connect, present, notice, shift, trust, design, focus, experience, joy, action, honor, gifts, grow, create, choice, explore, play, flow, respond, purpose, choose, information, share, reflection, center, calm, canvas, pause. Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Fern.
much. Thank you very much, Fern, for just
Wow.
reminding us of all those words that we are saying.
Wow.
Oh, yes, Angela, you have a question.
Yeah, not so much a question. I just want to thank Fern because she was our January speaker, a past speaker that maybe not all of you are familiar with. And it's so heart lifting that our team has volunteers in the background, Yvonne and Diana, and then we have Fern joining us. It's so supportive.
Thank you, Fern, for being present, for being here.
There is so much love here. My goodness.
Oh, thank you, Arlene. Thank you so much. I see your sparkling heart.
Yes.
Thank you,
Well.
Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. I
Oh,
see your
yes,
sparkling heart
Stephanie.
as well.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Well, and I think on this note, it's 7 p.m. So I'm just gonna ask if anyone has more questions or thoughts, and if you don't, I'll go with my heart again, full of love again. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Right.
Good night.
Walk well. Good night.